TNX 4800 is a long-acting preventative of Lyme disease. And the idea is that in one doctor's visit in the spring, call it March or April, someone can get this treatment and potentially be protected against Lyme disease all the way until the fall.
Welcome back inside our proactive newsroom. And joining me now is Dr. Seth Lederman. He is the CEO of Tonix Pharmaceuticals. And Dr. Lederman, it's good to see you again. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year. Thank you for having me on, Steve.
Yeah, so I wanted to catch up on some news you had recently about TNX 4800. And this was really signaling to the market the path forward for taking this eventually, you're hoping, to market. First off, let's talk about TNX 4800. Tell everyone what it is and what it's about.
Great. Thanks, Steve. TNX 4800 is a long-acting preventative of Lyme disease. And the idea is that in one doctor's visit in the spring, call it March or April, someone can get this treatment and potentially be protected against Lyme disease all the way until the fall. So in the Northern Hemisphere, in the continental United States, that's the Lyme season. So we think that an annual prophylactic that protects someone throughout the Lyme season would be a very valuable medical opportunity. Now, our product in development is a long-acting monoclonal antibody, and it is very different from a vaccine because we plan to give someone this antibody, and the antibody protects them from Lyme. And that's different from others who are developing a vaccine where they try to make the person's immune response make antibodies and basically hope for the best, hope that they'll make the right antibodies that could provide a similar kind of protection.
So right now, there's really no there's no sort of good treatments on the market right now for Lyme disease, which can be very debilitating as far as fatigue and other things, and can lead to a lot of medical problems. So tell me what's available right now.
Yes, there's a real crisis. There are two crises. One is there aren't good prophylactics and or protective measures, and the other is that Lyme is really increasing, both in terms of its prevalence in affected area. It's also spreading to new areas, and the places where Lyme, is prevalent. Currently, about 70 million Americans live, work, or visit Lyme-infested areas. So it's an enormous problem. Now, there was a Lyme vaccine many years ago that was FDA approved, but it was withdrawn from the market because concerns about safety. Now, that vaccine was directed against a protein called OspA. Another vaccine in development is directed against OspA. And our product is a long-acting monoclonal antibody that targets OspA. So I think you can see that there's a general agreement among different vaccine developers or antibody developers about the molecular target. But we believe that our strategy of providing this long-acting antibody is the optimal value proposition.
So obviously, Dr. Lederman, there's work that has to be done. You're hoping to begin some testing in 2027. Tell me what's going to happen this year.
Well, we plan to discuss with FDA our plans to do a CHIM study, and pending FDA approval, we would go forward with a CHIM study. And we think that that would be potentially an important part of our application, but we would also have to expose a large number of people in a field study. But one way or another, our goal is to accelerate the development of this product and get it to patients as quickly as possible.
Yeah, and so a CHIM study, so people understand, is people who volunteer to be a part of the program.
Yes, a CHIM study is healthy volunteers who sign up to either get our preventative TNX 4800 or a control, and then be exposed to a Lyme infected tick. And the success of that trial would be measured by whether our treatment blocked them from getting infected after intentional exposure in a controlled environment to a Lyme infected tick.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. All right, we look forward to hearing more about this when the time is right. Dr. Letterman, thank you so much. Good to see you again. And again, we'll be watching for more news on this.
Thank you very much for your interest, Steve.
All right, Dr. Seth Letterman, the CEO of Tonix Pharmaceuticals.